Hi guys, this is Sean with Sean Patton Presents, and this week we're talking about a very important topic to me. I think it's important for any high-performing individual, any leader. I get questions about this all the time from my clients and my friends and my peers. Right? A lot of times they say, "Hey, how do you get so much done? Seems like you're always busy, but you're never stressed." That's not really true. It's all a facade. But I do take how I plan and spend my time very seriously. Time is our most valuable and finite resource, right? I could make $1 million this year, fingers crossed, right? Or I could lose $1 million, not so good. It could, you lose your home, get a new house, move, lose a car, get a new car. All that stuff can go up and down and it fluctuates. But even the richest man in the world can't buy back yesterday, right? So every day we need to wake up, all right? We need to seize the day we get out there, but we need to allocate our time because so many people work. I know we've all had those days where it's at work or on the weekends. We have this big to-do list. We seem like we're just doing stuff all the time. We're grinding. But we don't seem to be getting any closer to our big strategic goals, to the impact we want to make in our lives and the lives of others. So today I'm going to go through my 5 steps to maximizing your time, your efficiency, your energy. All right? And so we'll hop right into it. And the number one thing is listing out your priorities. All too often, we make a list of things that's on the top of our head we need to do, and then we prioritize the things on our calendar. Instead, we need to take a step back without our calendar in front of us and list our priorities. What's important to you? Okay? If you go to my blog article on this, it goes a lot more in depth and even goes over my priorities. My number one is my health. Right? And maybe people may think, well, yeah, health's important, but is it my number one? It should be. Why? Because it doesn't matter if you're a teacher, a clergyman, a doctor, a leader in a company, a parent, a husband, a wife. All those people in your lives, all those groups deserve the best you. You deserve the best version of you. So yeah, you can go at an unsustainable rate, right? Not enough sleep, just grind 100 hours a week. I'll take my kids to do that, and I'll do that, and I'll be super parent, super mom, super dad, and the leader, and the CEO, and I'll do all that stuff, and you never take care of yourself. And guess what happens? The life expectancy in this country has gone down the last 3 years because of diseases of despair, right? Suicide, alcohol use, drug overdoses, anxiety, depression, all those things are on the rise because people aren't prioritizing their health. They're not doing the hard work it takes to be the best version of themselves for other people. So list out your priorities. Okay, easy enough. Number 2, all right, we're going to create blocks in our calendar, right? This is why I prefer to use, for my big planning, I prefer to use some sort of digital platform. So whether that's software, your Outlook calendar, your iPhone calendar, your Gmail calendar, whatever it is, find that out because I can make reoccurring blocks. Okay? I still carry around a notebook, and some people love to write out, like on a calendar, their whole time, their whole day, their weeks, their months. If that's you. If it works for you, go for it. For me, I like to put these chunks in that are reoccurring. So I know every Monday from 8 to 11:30 is my creative work block time. I'm going to work on Sean Patton Presents, and I'm going to do my creative work during that time. I like to do my creative time in the morning. That's when I find I do my best work. And I also find I need at least 2 hours to do that work. For me, I don't know, other guys may be able to sit down and just hammer it, and all of a sudden your ideas start flowing, and you're writing, or you're doing art, or you're planning your company's next strategic move right off the bat when you sit down. For me, it takes about 30 minutes to really get going and get quality, creative, in-depth, strategic, deep thought done. And so I like to block out that time, and I like to do it in the morning. So at all costs, I don't plan client calls, work meetings, peer meetings, anything, all right, in the morning time. I do all that stuff after 1. It also lets me kind of easily plan my day ahead, that I know I don't have random meetings and calls scheduled throughout the day that I have to try to fit in. I know I have chunks of time for that sort of stuff. I also plan my workouts, and my health's important. Okay, so are you blocking off enough time to make dinner, to make breakfast, to meal prep on Sunday? All right, so you don't wait till the end of the day, the work day's done, and then You get home, you're tired, you're like, oh, hon, I'm just going to grab pizza on the way home. Yeah, I know we were going to cook fish and make a salad, but God, I'm just tired. Okay? I block plan out time to make lunch, to make dinner, to take the dogs for a walk after I eat. Right? I'll do another post on morning strategies and night strategies and stuff like that. We'll talk about that later because I have some specific things I do that really help as well. But the important thing is just chunking out time. And understanding when you do that, now we have hard and soft times. Hard times are things that are outside my control. Commitments I can't change. Okay? So maybe that's for me. I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So those classes that I've committed to teach, those are hard times for me. Those goes in the calendar first. Maybe that's every Friday you've got a meeting with your team at work, or every Monday, or whatever that is. Okay, it's a hard commitment. Maybe your kids have basketball practice you have to take them to at certain times. Those are hard times. You fill those in, and then you can fudge in and work the soft times, right? The times that you control inside your calendar. Okay, number 3. We're going to review priorities and our allocated time. So we have our list of things that are most important to us in our life, and then we have the time we've allocated in our calendar. Do those things match? If your health is important, do you have time to do a tough workout 3 to 5 times a week, or to cook your meals, or get enough sleep? Okay. If your relationship and you're with your wife, your spouse, your husband, whoever that is, if that's really important to you, have you blocked off time for that? Right? A good friend of mine, Anthony, so shout out to Anthony for this. He's got 2 kids, and he knows that time with them is important. And so he blocks in every day, okay, a minimum of a 30-minute block, one-on-one with each kid. So an hour a day, no phones, no screens, just interacting with them, whatever they want to do. And he tells me that whenever he does that, he's noticed their behavior, their relationship, just their mentality, their mood, everything is improved. So that's a good tip there. All right. So when we're doing this, another thing I'll bring in, this little extra. This isn't in the article, but we talk about Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One thing he talks about is the urgent and important matrix, and I have that listed here. It's a poor man version. You should definitely check that out. But the reason it's here to show, the reason I have this in is to show that, right, often what we neglect are the things that are of high importance but low urgency. So they don't need to get that done today. So whether that's time with your kids, whether it's the strategic planning session you do, your marketing plan, follow-up, going out and contacting leads, all this stuff that can get pushed off easily, but at the end of the day is some of the most important things. That's why this process is so important. Okay, number 4, daily schedule. Right? Now's the time we go in, and the night before we go in and make sure our whole day is planned out. Each block is filled in with what we're going to do the next day. And then we also, as we get appointments and times and meetings and stuff, we fill those details in as they come up. And the last thing, and maybe the most important, is strict adherence. So focused and disciplined execution is the key to success in honestly everything. Right? Jocko Willink, another special operations guy I'm a fan of, right, says discipline equals freedom. Totally true. Right? You have to build that trust within yourself. Before you can have other people trust you, you have to trust yourself. Which means if you make a commitment to get up at a certain time, to do this project, to get that workout in, to make those calls, you have to hold yourself to that. Or slowly your self-confidence and your self-esteem will start kind of whittling away, because man, you'll start thinking, man, if I can't keep that commitment to myself, how can I keep that commitment to other people? How can they trust me to keep that commitment to them? So those are my 5 steps. Follow those, maximize your time. Every day is a gift. And if you really want to have that servant leader mentality and have a purposeful life, we have to focus on allocating our most precious resource, our time. Thanks, guys. Talk soon.